Hey, how's it going, guys? This is Jay from Jay's Trains here, and this video I'm doing, I'm a little late to the party, I guess you could say. I'm just going to be flipping through the 2021 Volume 2 catalog from Lionel, and I've already gone through it, and I'm sure all of you guys probably have already as well. So this video probably isn't going to be too long. I'll just be pointing out the things that I've pre-ordered from the new catalog. I thought the whole catalog in general was pretty good. And I'm looking forward to the next catalog as well, because as you guys know, Lionel purchased a bunch of tooling from MTH's Rail King and Premier line, and a lot of those Premier and, or at least some of those, are in this catalog from both the Premier and Rail King lines. So that made for an interesting catalog right there. So before I start flipping through this, I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you who have subscribed to this channel. I noticed the other day it's up to 71 subscribers now. So thank you guys so much for subscribing. I really do appreciate it. I never really thought this channel would go anywhere, to be honest. And I know a lot of you guys have more than 71 subscribers. But just thank you guys so much. It really means a lot. So with that being said, let's go ahead and start flipping through this. I won't spend too much time on some of these pages, but the main star of the show in this catalog is the Strasbourg 90, the brass hybrid locomotive. So let's go to that first. So this is already part of my pre-orders. I did the 1990s version. I was debating on getting either this one or the modern one. I even thought this one looked pretty nice, but it was mainly a decision between these two. The reason why I went with the 1990s version of the 90 is because that's the earliest memory I have of this engine, and I always remember the 90s going on trips from New York to Strasbourg, Pennsylvania with my family, and we always went by the Strasbourg Railroad, and this is how I remember the engine looking. So for that reason, that is the version I decided to pre-order. But a lot of different versions in here, as you guys can see. And here is the beginning of the Premier tooling. All of these Strasbourg cars right here, a 90s grouping of cars and a 2000s version of cars. I went ahead and pre-ordered the two car sets here, as well as this combine and coach set. And I went ahead and got these pre-orders as well. And now the 280s. These are very interesting looking engines. I was excited to see these in the catalog when I first saw it on Lionel's website. I did consider getting the Buffalo Creek and Gawley version, but I did actually talk with Mr. Muffin's Trains in Indiana, and I convinced them to do a limited run of a Norfolk and Western 280. In particular, it is going to be, it's not going to be totally accurate, but it'll get the point across decently enough. It'll be a representation of the W2 class number 917, which is one of the very few 280s from the N&W that actually survived today. I forget the town exactly, but it is the engine itself is up in Ohio on display. It's just the engine itself. It was one of the lost engines of Roanoke that ended up being saved. It was one of the 3 or 4 locomotives that were saved, and if I'm not mistaken, it may very well be the last W2 class 280 of the N&W that exists today. So I made sure to talk to Mr. Muffins about that, the 917 in particular. So I have that one pre-ordered currently. So if you guys are interested in that, head over to Mr. Muffin's website and feel free to put a pre-order in for that. They need, I think it was 40 pre-orders by August 21st. And I shared it around a little bit on Facebook as well as on the OGR forum, and it's gotten a lot of very good interest. So I'm really hoping that there's enough pre-orders for it to be made. I mean, Mr. Muffins is doing a lot of other 280s as well from different railroads, but the fact that they agreed to do a Norfolk and Western version, I'm really excited about. So hopefully that will get made, and that will be a pre-order of mine. If not, then maybe I'll go for this Buffalo Creek and Gully version. But my money right now is on the NW version from them. So, next page we have the cab forwards. A lot of nice different schemes. Daylight. Two-tone gray. This one's really nice. And these 412-2s, I may end up going for one of these. I'm not going to pre-order one, but mostly stores have extras that they pre-order, so I'll probably go for one at that point. I am debating on either Union Pacific or possibly the C&O version. I do like the Rio Grande version as well, but it's mainly, I'll see when they come out. I'll see what kind of reviews are put up of these when they do. But like I said, it's probably either going to be the C&O or one of these Union Pacific versions, possibly the Greyhound version scheme right here. I like that. This would go nice with my Pacific Fruit Express cars and CA4 caboose that I have. Which I have all those, and I don't really have any Union Pacific engines currently. I would like to get one of the Verandas that are coming out soon. And I'm debating on either a Great Northern or a Union Pacific version of those. So I may very well go for a Union Pacific when those come out in December, I think they're supposed to ship. But getting one of these would be a nice addition to that. These engines are just interesting in general. And the less legacy version that Lionel did was a very nice model. These do have the 3 chuffs simulating the 3 different cylinders these engines had. So very much looking forward to seeing these eventually come out next year, as well as the different whistles that Lionel puts in these, because these are going to have the 5 different whistles and 5 different bells to choose from. So those will be very interesting when they come out as well. Alright, so now we are on to the diesels. Some pretty nice SD70 Max here. Some SD45s, low hood and high hood versions. A return of the DD35s. And some SW1200s. Again, some nice versions. Maybe, maybe not. I'll go for the Rio Grande version just to go along with some of the Rio Grande engines that I've gotten recently. So maybe, maybe not. Again, this will, if I do go for one of these, it'll be after they come out. Not at this time of pre-order for me. Now here's something I was very excited to see. This is one of the examples of the MTH Premier tooling that Lionel's purchased, and these are going to be full legacy engines. First time Lionel is doing these, and of course you guys know I grew up on the Long Island Railroad, so these schemes right here really caught my eye: the passenger cars and the engine. I am not going to pre-order these just yet. These, if anything, will be kind of a last-minute pre-order before hobby store deadlines. The reason why I'm holding off at the moment is I have heard a rumor. I don't know if it's true or not, but I have seen people talking about it on the OGR forum and some Facebook groups about Train World possibly doing some Long Island sea liners and a limited run of the Lester Tichy scheme. So if they do that, I'll definitely be pre-ordering those. Because as you guys know, MTH did the Lester Tichy scheme in Long Island Railroad colors back, I think it was like 4 or 5 years ago for Nassau Hobby Center. And I ended up missing out on those, and I've been watching eBay for one to come up. But the problem is when they do come up, man, are they expensive. The last one I saw went for over $1,000 on eBay, and it was not up for long. I mean, seriously, it went very quickly. So I'm really hoping this rumor is true that Lionel is going to be doing a limited run of Tichy Scheme sea liners for Train World. At this time, it is not up on their website yet, so I don't know if this rumor is true or not, but if it is, then I'll be going for the 1 or 2 of those, and at that point I'll just go ahead and pre-order these passenger cars. If not, then I'll probably get one of these. I'll get a pre-order in for one of those. Here we have some New Haven stuff too. The New Haven sea liner is pretty nice, I have to say. So we have a BNSF Colt set, BN set, with a cupola cam caboose. An SW1200 coal train set. A Grand Canyon set with the 280s that they're doing, as well as a Allen set. And here's some more of the old MTH Premier tooling of the wood coaches. We have Pennsylvania, Boston, and Maine. And then we have some high cube box cars. 4-door high cube box cars. These ones are very interesting as well. I've actually been wondering when Lionel was going to do these. And I'm really glad to see the Erie and Rhode Island. I would have liked to see some more road names because these two in particular, I don't really, have railroads from the Midwest in my collection. I mean, I probably might go for the Erie. But again, with Mr. Muffins, they're doing 2 box cars as well, a New York Central and Monon. So maybe I'll go for the Erie, but more likely I'll probably go with the New York Central. But it'll be very interesting to see what kind of sounds they put in these, because it'll have the normal freight sounds as it's rolling, with the wheel screeching and stuff like that, the click-clacking of the wheels. But when it's stopped, it's going to be, they're going to have hobo sounds. So that should be very interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing what those sound like. We have some 2-bay hoppers and cylindrical covered hoppers. Out of these, I'll probably end up getting the New York Central cars. In particular, the main reason being, if you guys have seen some of my previous videos, I have a lot of Virginian Railway hoppers, both from MTH and Atlas O, in my collection. They're probably the largest amount of hoppers that I have. They're all Virginian Railway. And the reason why I would get the New York Central is because if you guys don't know much about the Virginian Railway, they actually interchanged with the New York Central up in Deepwater, West Virginia. It was the northernmost point that the Virginia Railway ran, and New York Central actually had a line that ran down there that serviced a couple of coal mines up along the Gauley River. So a lot of older pictures from the 50s that you can find of Virginian coal trains up in that part of West Virginia was, it would mainly be Virginian hoppers, but you would see these exact New York Central hoppers scattered throughout the train every once in a while. So that's the main reason why I would go for these, is to probably add these two onto a Virginian coal train to make it look like it's up in that part of the Virginian system. But the other road names are pretty cool too. But so I'm going to be down for the New York Central ones as well there. We have some interesting flat cars with MTH tooling for the fire trucks. If I did get any of these, I would go for either the Pennsylvania, CNO, or New York Central. These aren't going to be a pre-order at the moment anyway, but it would be a choice between one of these or, I don't know, maybe get all 3. We'll see what kind of money is available when these come out next year. But we also have some cupola cam cabooses. I have a Rio Grande version that works really well, so it's nice to see some more cabooses, more road names done with those. I'm really hoping eventually Lionel will do some Wi-Fi cameras inside engines. I mean, from these cabooses, the cameras are already silent. They don't record sound. So if there's a way that Lionel could figure out how to put them in the cab of like a diesel locomotive or something like that, that would be something I would really be looking forward to. Perhaps in time they will. I don't know. We'll see. But it's good to see Lionel doing more of these. We have some CA1 cabooses, a bunch of different railroads, Union Pacific, Southern Pacific, Great Western, to go along with the Great Western 90. And the beginning of the catalog. I don't know. Perhaps I'll get one of these. Again, this is MTH tooling, former Premier tooling right here. So, I don't know. If I do go for one of the Union Pacific 412-2s, I would probably get one of these. I don't know. Probably one of these 3 up here. Also, we have some more modern boxcars here. Different road names. Some rotary guns. I'm not really a modern guy, but these look pretty cool. They have end-of-train devices, right? Yep. Okay, yeah. They do. I just wanted to make sure before saying that. But a couple of different road names here, as well as a Pennsylvania version I was surprised to see up on top there. Alright, so now we're going into the Lion Chief part of the catalog. So these right here I know for a fact are MTH Rail King tooling. So these are going to be the first time Lionel's doing Genesis-like engines. And these are going to be based off of MTH's Rail King versions. I don't know if these Hudsons are Rail King, former MTH Rail King tooling as well. They might be, but a lot of people were really excited about these on the OGR forum, and some 4 really nice schemes here. There is another one that I've seen stores are taking pre-orders for that's not pictured here. It's a it's kind of a black version that's a 50th anniversary with different colors on it. It looks really nice. But so that's a 5th version that's not shown here in the catalog. But some very nice schemes here with those. Here we have a Lion Chief Army set with one of the... because Lionel also bought the many of the Rail King building tooling that MTH had. So here's one of those. Missile car is pretty cool there too. And again, here's a former MTH station that Lionel's doing now, along with the Pennsylvania Keystone set. And we have a bunch of different rolling stock here. And here we get into the buildings. So here is some more of the MTH tooling right here. The barn and... what is that? Tough Bay Gym and Fitness. So, got some of those. Those are really cool. The barn, I'm not sure if... oh, here it is. This barn is going to have lights and everything strewn along the sides, so you can see the snow up on top. So that's pretty cool. I might get one of those, even though I don't have a layout at the moment. But that would be really cool to include in like a winter scene on the layout somewhere. You have the house on fire, which is pretty cool too. Bunch of different smoke fluids here. Some more buildings here. All those plug-and-play accessories. There we go. And again, we have some more MTH fire trucks, some signs, a bridge. And here we have the American Flyer section of the catalog. And we're getting toward the end here. Here are 2 interesting sets. A Texas and Pacific and a Clinchfield coal set. If Lionel did one of these in 3-rail O-gauge, I would probably be down for one of these. That would be a nice set to have in O-gauge. The Clinchfield set. Some more GP7s, some 2-bay hoppers, box cars and tank cars, log dump cars. These ones would be another thing that would be interesting to have in 3-rail O-gauge as well. If they had some scale versions of these, I would be very interested in seeing them. I would be very interested in getting one, I mean. I did hear that Lionel might be working on making these available in O-gauge, so hopefully maybe one of the next catalogs they'll do that. And we have some more cabooses here and such. And this is the very end of the catalog here. We have some of Lionel's HO stuff. And that is it. So that right there is the catalog. Those are some of the things that I will be pre-ordering. Hope you guys really like this video. Like I said, nothing really new. This has been out for 2 weeks, but I just got this in the mail today, so I figured I'd just flip through it really quick and make a video. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you could, leave a like, comment down below what you guys will be pre-ordering, and I will see you guys next time.